Welcome back to the shit show. I probably shouldn't introduce portions of my life that way, but that's just kind of how we feel. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize now. The sound is a little off right now because it's raining pretty heavily, and the lighting is definitely off right now because I'm just kind of sitting in the dark looking out at the rain. So there's that, but we love that, so we don't care. I just wanted to kind of pop on here and give a quick update of like how life has been going lately. It's been going. I'm burnt out with my job. I know most of you can probably relate. So I'm doing everything in my power to not focus too much on work. And I've been reading a lot this past month. I just recently caught up on a couple of different series that I've been reading, and now I almost feel like I'm about to hit a major reading slump because the emotional high that I was experiencing in those series has left me a little bit tired. So I'm not entirely sure what to read next. I don't really know what I'm feeling in the mood for. I've pretty much been reading like non-stop romantasy, and while I love it, and I still love it, and I will love it until the day I die, I kind of feel like I need a break from it. But I'm not really sure which direction I want to go in because, ironically enough, I haven't even started reading the book for the Monster Romance Reading Challenge for this month. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and knock out a Kindle book. But that's still within the realm of romantasy, you know what I mean? It's still within the same vein. So I might switch shit up and just go completely left and read like a horror novel or a true crime novel or a book about nature or something like that. I'm not really sure. Anyway, all of that to say, I've been doing a lot of little things lately to try and make myself feel better. I randomly gave myself bangs. Yeah, they look a little weird, but we don't care. We don't care. I did them myself, and I am fucking proud of them. So, But another thing that I recently did was I ordered a tester kit from Darker Things Fragrances on Etsy. I've been really wanting to either like try Scentbird or something to where I can try a bunch of different scents. I'm looking for a new type of like body spray or perfume. And it's weird because I don't normally wear perfume of any kind. But recently I've just been wanting some perfume, like something that's like signature to me, something that makes me feel like, yes, this is how I want to smell out in the world. Don't really know why, but that's just been heavy on my mind lately. I've been preoccupied with it. So I recently hit one of my walking goals, and I rewarded myself with a little Etsy haul, which is not even a haul. It's literally the tiniest. Look at these things. The tiniest little testers. There's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Oh, did she give me a free one? Anyway, they're all named different things. So like this one is called Whispers of the Dark. I haven't actually tried this one yet. And then we have things like Kill for Me. I have tried Kill for Me. I love the scent, but it almost smells like a man's cologne. So I'm not really sure if it's for me, but I do really like it. And then Villain is my favorite so far. Really digging Villain. I may end up getting the full-sized roller perfume that she has, or that they have. I actually don't know if this is a female-owned company or not. Anyway, Villain is my favorite so far. I'm wearing Moonlight today. And while I really like it, and in a lot of ways it's more of a feminine scent than the Villain scent, it's so faint. It's so faint, and it kind of fades throughout the day. Same with Lilith. I really liked Lilith, but there's something about Lilith that smells like burning things. It smells like the world is on fire, and I don't mind that, but I don't necessarily want to smell like a forest fire all the time. And then we have Haunted, and I think I've tried Haunted, but I wasn't in love with it, and I think this might be one that actually ended up giving me a bit of a migraine. Because unfortunately, even though I love dabbling with different scents, I actually have a really sensitive, I don't even know what you call it, but like certain scents do give me migraines from time to time. And that was one of them that kind of did. So I don't think I'm going to be going with that one, even though it does smell really good. Anyway, as far as my cozy little hobbies that I tend to talk about, but never apparently film myself doing, I have still been coloring here and there. And I still have a granny square blanket that I'm working on with crochet, but I haven't touched it in over a month now. So I need to get back on the wagon, back on track, whatever I'm trying to say. I need to get back on track with that project, or else it's just never going to get done. And I have like an entire suitcase full of granny squares that need to be pieced together. As far as reading updates go, like I said a minute ago, I need to get on track with the monster reading challenge that Spicy Cats is doing for the year. She just, not too long ago, released the Lotteria card for this month. And I want to say it's something about an alien coming to Earth. So it needs to involve an alien creature / monster, but on Earth. So she always gives recommendations, and there were a couple that she recommended that looked pretty cool, and they are available on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to check those out. But as far as books that I've just finished or just purchased, I just finished Reclaimed by Jamin Eve. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. This book fucked me up, not in any kind of monumental way. Like, it's weird because I started reading this series at the same time that I started reading the Wolf King series by Lauren Palfreman. And that series has my entire heart, full chest, full stop. I am so emotionally intertwined with that story right now. And then I started reading this one, which is the Shadow Beast Shifters series. I started reading this one, and at first, in the first book, Rejected, I wasn't really vibing with it that much. But then halfway through that book, something clicked for me. Something clicked hard, and I just really enjoyed the banter, the humor, the self-awareness that the story's like, yes, I know this is a fucking crazy story, but it just got really good. It got really good about halfway through the first book. And then this second book was so good. I really enjoyed it a lot, but it ends in a way that made me so angry. So technically these books are already out. The third one is out, and I could go ahead and jump the gun and read it on Kindle Unlimited, but these new covers have been slowly re-releasing, and the third one in this trilogy releases at the end of this month with this like kind of themed cover. So I think what I'm going to do is just hold off and get that book once it comes out, and then sit down and read it then and there. I just said the word then so many times. Anyway, I've still been working on my Santa Muerte book. I'm not like a practicing witch or anything like that, but I love reading about different spiritualities, religions, spiritual paths, and things like that. And I really love reading about the history and the culture surrounding Santa Muerte. So we love that. We love that. I'm about halfway through. And then as far as books that I just purchased, I finally got around to purchasing Bound by Tiffany Roberts. This is the third and final book in the Spider Mates trilogy. What I did not know was that Tiffany Roberts took it upon herself to expand on this universe and created a side series that follows Catan, who is our main male character here. It follows Catan's friends. So like you meet his friends. And what are they called again? The Vrillic? What are they called? Son of a biscuit. I want to say it's like Vrillic. I can't remember. Anyway, their tribe, their race of beings, if you will, has a certain name to it. But as soon as you meet Catan's friends in this series, you immediately are sitting there like, I need stories for them. I need stories. I need honeys for them. I need all the romance for them, because they are giant spider-like alien teddy bears, and every single one of them deserves to find love. So I'm so excited that she did that. I did not know about that until I was purchasing this book on Amazon, and then they popped up. And so now I'm probably going to end up having to get those also, because this is a really good series. I never thought in a million fucking years that you would catch me reading a series about a giant alien spider type creature. Okay, me and spiders are not exactly friends. Never in a million years would you catch me falling in love with something that even remotely looked like a spider. But Catan and his friends, I love them so much. I love the banter. I love the world building in these books. I love the characters. Every single character in there except that bitch ass queen, I love. Anyway, I'm very excited to eventually read this book. I'm going to hold off on reading it for right now because I'm going to wait and see if it falls in line with any of the upcoming months' monster romance challenges at all. And then we'll go from there. But that's pretty much all I've been doing lately. I had to work on call today, so that's kind of bleh. But I'm taking Monday off, so this weekend I'm trying to de-stress from work because it's been getting to me. And y'all know, I already know, everybody pretty much knows what I'm talking about. But you know when you work a really high stress job and it starts getting you to the point where you're dreaming about work? Fuck that shit. I need some time away. Anyway, it just started raining like a shit ton. So I'm going to sit back, put my headphones on, enjoy a little like witchy podcast or something, and probably color. So I hope y'all are enjoying life and happy April. But yeah, bye for now. I'll catch y'all here in a little while. What is up, freaking YouTube? Yeah, that was so like devoid of actual enthusiasm. I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, hold on. I have made myself an at-home chai tea latte because gas prices are ridiculous and we just can't afford Starbucks anymore. I don't know how anybody's affording that these days. I just wanted to pop on here real quick to give an update because I actually did my makeup today. Boom, I'm capable of doing it. I just 9 times out of 10 don't want to, am too tired, and just would rather pretend I don't exist. Anyway, can you tell I'm a millennial? Because dang, I say some heinously depressing shit most of the time. I think that's just a condition of being I think that's just a condition of being a millennial at this point. Anyway, I have been up to some witchy woo-woo stuff, and I fucking love it. Just a quick disclaimer, I don't consider myself a practicing witch. I am still like a fledgling, I don't even know what to call myself really, because I'm not really committed or devoted to any particular craft as of right now, but I'm in the learning stages. And I've dibble-dabbled my entire life here and there with different walks of spirituality, different paths, tarot, oracle, runes, pendulums, Ouija boards, which we won't talk about that much on this channel, but I have dibble-dabbled in all of that throughout my 30, almost 35 years of life on this planet. And ever since I got pregnant, even before then, I will honestly say probably the past 5 or 6 years of my life, I have not had any level of spirituality, no practices, no prayers, no nothing. And I guess I'm finally at a point in my life where I want to get back to my roots. I want to get back to me. I want to do some work on myself. I want to develop my own identity again, because definitely for the past couple of years, I have just been a mom. And while I love being a mom and I have no complaints over that whatsoever and would never change anything about that, I want to start feeling more like myself again, like a separate entity from my child. I know there's some toxic comments coming my way for that, but I think if you're a mom out there, especially a millennial mom, you probably get what I'm talking about. Anyway, long story short, been doing some witchy woo-woo stuff. There is a store here near where I live, probably like the next town over, that I just kind of discovered, and it sells things like herbs, stones, books, crystals, so many crystals, incense. It's just a really cool, eclectic little shop. So we went there today, me and my husband did, had a little date day, and it was awesome. It's called the Dreaming Peddler. It's over here in Longview, Texas. Longview's tiny, but where I live is even tinier, haha. Got me some lip balm because a girl needs her lip balm. And I've been there twice now. Once we went with friends, and then this time around we just went together because we were having our own little date day. But I got some rosemary. The first time we went, because hello, who doesn't need rosemary? It's protective. We love that. And then I got some Palo Santo incense. And then this time around I got some frankincense incense. That was hard to say. And then I got a few stones. I have a little moonstone, a little black tourmaline, a little obsidian. And then today I just purchased, let me show you. I just purchased a bracelet of howlite. And howlite is supposed to help you kind of regulate your emotions, let go of rage, which I've been struggling with a lot lately. So we'll see if it helps. Anyway, that's enough about the woo-woo stuff. If any of you watching are remotely woo-woo, I hope y'all don't take offense to that. I love saying that. And y'all have any recommendations for witchy books, history books, tarot decks, places in Texas to check out, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to expand my horizons. Anyway, that's not why most of y'all are here. Most of y'all are here, if you're here at all, for reading updates. I don't have that many, to be honest with you. I don't have that many. Let's check out. I'm still so in love with this case that I made not that long ago for my Kindle. Anyway, let's check out Claimed by an Alien Warrior. Okay, what percentage am I on now? It's by Tiffany Roberts. I'm at 83%. So we're closing in. We're getting there. This is a really cute book. It's really cute. I have noticed myself the past few days slowing down on finishing it up. And I think that is just because I have been reading either monster romance or romantasy or just some type of romance book every single day for the past several months. And while I love it and I don't want to change anything about that necessarily, I think my mood is starting to shift. I'm starting to want to read more nonfiction, more like history books, more something. There's something missing. Normally when I get in the mood for nonfiction, I normally go the true crime route, and I do have a lot of true crime books that I need to read, but unfortunately I'm not quite in the mood for true crime either. So I did pick up a different book off of my shelf. Mind you, this book has been sitting on my shelves forever. So one of my friends encouraged me, since I am restarting down the kind of like witchy spiritual practices, to start with shadow work and to start like really focusing on myself, doing inner work, right? Some people feel that that's witchy and some people feel that it's not, and it's just basic psychology. Either way, I agree with you, but this book has actually been sitting on my shelves for a hot freaking minute, and that is Man and His Symbols by Carl Jung. This is a chunky little book. Like, look at this. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that tiny little print right there. This book's going to take me forever and a day to get through. Like, I already know that starting this book means that I'm probably going to finish it at the end of the year. Just because books like this are so heavy and they really make you think, and you really need to be like mentally present while reading them to understand them. And books like this tend to make me a little bit exhausted. With that being said, I'm very excited about reading it. I do want to read more by Carl Jung because he was kind of the person who started this whole shadow work thing. I am also still reading my Santa Muerte book. I've kind of petered out a little bit right at the end, but right now we're really into like the sections about doing actual magic, like casting spells and stuff like that. And some of these I feel will be pertinent, and then some of them will just probably not be pertinent to me. So I'm almost done with that. Might end up actually finishing this up tonight and just do a cursory look. I am desperately trying to get myself motivated to finish my crochet granny square blanket that I've been working on for almost 2 years now. Don't ask questions. And then also on top of that, I've been coloring. Me and my husband have been playing Riftbound together, which is so fun. We're excited. There's a new Riftbound release coming out soon, Unleashed. So we're excited about that. We're trying to decide if we want to actually mix and mingle with other human beings and go to one of the release events. So that could be fun. That could be really fun. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I've been doing with my life, that outside of work and being a parent. So, also, as far as TV shows go, my husband has me watching Arrow. And I'm mad at him. I'm mad at him about it because it is actually really freaking good. When we started it, I was like, wow, this feels nostalgic because like it's really overdramatic and filmed weird. Like it's shot so weird. But back in like the early 2000s, 2010s, stuff like that, that is how TV shows were shot. And they were just like so overdramatic. But now I'm in love with it. I'm addicted to it, and now my heart is involved and things are happening that are making my heart hurt, and so I'm mad at him. Anyway, really enjoying spring. Love the fact that it's warm and you can actually go outside without a jacket on. We are loving that. But that's pretty much all I have for today. I really need to start getting last month's video edited and put up because, yeah. We're like almost halfway through April at this point. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to go do things. Hope y'all are enjoying the month of April, and be sure to let me know what y'all are up to and what have y'all been doing this month down in the comments, because I want to know. Bye for now. Welcome back, everyone. I honestly have no idea where I left off. And I know I say that every time I do a vlog. I know that I say that every single time that I do an update at all. Sorry, I left my glasses on and they are causing a horrendous glare. But I genuinely, it's been so long at this point, I don't feel like watching back through the video clips until it is time to edit. As you can easily deduce, I am not a professional YouTuber, or else I would have already had most of it edited. I am trying to talk in a quieter volume today, so I apologize if I sound a little weird, but my insane ass toddler is laying down for a nap and he's fighting it every step of the way. So if you hear him start to scream bloody murder in the background, just know that he is actually okay. He just doesn't want to sleep. Anyway, let's talk about books. I honestly have not been reading that much lately, and it's kind of been putting me in a sad place, but I'm not entirely sure why. The month of April almost killed me, and I don't actually mean that in a lighthearted, jokey way. I got very sick in April. My entire family did. We had some kind of stomach flu that, yes, I am being overdramatic when I say it could have killed me, but like I felt like so close to going to the ER and being admitted to the hospital. It was bad. I actually passed out from how sick I was at one point and smacked my ass on the ground. And it ended up with a little bit of whiplash in my neck from it. So when I say that I was very sick in April, I mean that. And my kid was sick. My bonus kid was sick for a short time. My husband was really sick. It was just bad. It was just bad all around. And it was so strange how April worked, because I ended up getting this very intense stomach flu that I felt like was going to put me in the hospital. And then on the back end of that, I finally got better from the stomach flu, but ended up with a really horrible head cold. So I was sick more than I was okay in the month of April. So I really didn't film that much, especially like I didn't film that much of me talking, or at least I don't feel like I did. But I have been semi-busy doing more like cozier hobbies lately. I've been coloring a lot more. I did actually pick up my crochet kit yesterday, even though technically we're in May now. But I wanted to make an altar cloth for a new altar that I have made. I'm not going to show it just because this channel isn't really about witchy stuff per se, but I have been getting heavily into like spiritual stuff lately. So I've been doing a lot of non-reading hobbies, which have been nice. But at the same time, I'm ready to like get back into my reading. So, I mean, I never really stopped reading, but I've been reading at a very slow pace, and I kind of have picked up some books that I don't want to speed through because I want to be able to digest them to the fullest extent of my brain. The first one is Man and His Symbols by Carl Jung. This is kind of a chunky little book. I'm already through the part that Carl Jung actually wrote. There's a couple of his students, or I always like mentally want to say the word disciple, but that's like religious weirdo speak, and they're not disciple, but like the student of Jungian theory, right? So I'm on to what they are writing, their little essays and whatnot next, and I'm really enjoying it. But I will say, as with most philosophy and early psychology essays, papers, books, there's a split down my brain of this person either understands some secret bullshit that the rest of us just don't get, or this person is full of shit. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it yet, but I have always really appreciated Jung's theory of like the different archetypes and shadow working and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make it through. It's just probably gonna take me a hot minute. And then for a funner time, I've been slowly making my way through The Angel of Indian Lake by Stephen Graham Jones. About the same amount of distance into this bad boy. I love Jade Daniels. She's one of the best final girls that I have ever read. However, this book seems to be a little bit more melancholic and sad feeling than the other two. The other two did have their moments. If you don't know the story, then I can't really express to you why there are some like really heavy moments throughout them. But Jade Daniels has been through some shit, okay? By the time we're in this third book, she has been through so much shit, and you just want her to get catch a break. You know what I mean? You want her to catch a break, but obviously in this book, she's not going to catch a break. She's just not. And I'm a little worried because I know that this is the last book in this trilogy, and I feel like someone important, like super important, is going to get. And if it is who I think it's going to be, I will be kind of pissed off at Stephen Graham Jones for a little bit. But that's okay, because that is essentially what horror is about. Grief, loss, rage, extreme fear. There's a lot that goes into it. But anyway, I'm making my way through that one. This beauty just came out a few days ago, and my husband picked it up for me. Look at the pretty. Look at the pretty. Ah, so pretty. My husband picked this up for me a few days ago, and I think I may have already talked to y'all about the ending of Reclaimed, which is the second book in this trilogy series, whatever. The ending of Reclaimed made me so mad that I wanted to send a hate letter to the author. I didn't, because she has this book to impress me and show me that it was not all for naught. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so upset at the ending of Reclaimed. Because what do you mean? What do you mean we finally get through all that shit and then that happens? I'm not going to spoil it, but like, what do you mean? I was full of rage. But this one looks a little bit chunkier than the first two books. And I'm hoping that we get a good, decent amount of reunions happening. If you know, you know. Now, this series has actually been out for a hot minute, but the past couple of years, this year, I don't really know, they've been re-releasing these in these new, like, really pretty covers with the sprayed edges, and this is the first time that I've ever discovered this series, so I've been really enjoying it, and this is going to tide me over until The Wolf Queen by Lauren Palferman comes out later this year. Because I have a feeling that one will destroy me. Anyway, haven't started this one yet, but did recently purchase it. I don't really know what else to update you guys on. I've just been living, surviving, and working my ass off, as per usual. In the meantime, like in the downtime that I do get, I've been focusing on a few of my other hobbies over reading, but I am wanting to get back into the swing of like focusing mainly on reading, because it helps my mental health, y'all. It really does. Even when I'm reading a horror novel, even when I'm reading a novel that like emotionally destroys me, it genuinely helps my mental health to kind of check out from this reality for a little while. That might sound toxic. Maybe it is. I don't know, but it helps. With all of that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and cut the vlog here because, hello, we're already into May and I need to start working on May's stuff. I did recently buy some plants, which you guys will be seeing in the B-roll during this video. You may have already seen it. Been buying some plants, been taking some of the plants to work, so I'm hoping they do well in that environment. We'll see. And other than that, I've been doing witchy woo-woo shit. We've been coloring. We've been doing cozy things. So, yeah. And we've been trying to clean. And if you are a parent of small children, you understand what I mean when I say I've been trying to clean. It's been driving me crazy, but all worth it. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you feel like subscribing, please do stick around. I'm still trying to stick to my goal this year of at least uploading once a month. So we'll see how that goes. And I hope you guys have been having a really good spring. Let me know how April fared for you. Hopefully you did not spend it sick like I did. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.